Juggernaut Live.
This is the main event of the evening. It's me.
Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
Me and my pal Barry the Bellender are here this evening. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. It's been a bit busy on my side of things lately, and so yeah, I've been a bit unavailable and not been doing many live streams or video footage. I did work on a Bandai WonderSwan video. I was going to do a mix between WonderSwan and WonderSwan Color. After a while, I just decided, no, they need their own separate lists. So I picked up everything I did over the last few weeks, including all the video footage, and threw it away. Off it went. So I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to do 2 separate lists for that. So yeah, I've been kind of under the radar a bit. That is partly due to laziness on my part as well. Forza Horizon 4 came out and it fucking knocked my socks off. That game is phenomenal. Absolutely hammered it. Completed all of the races, everything, basically with 3 stars apart from the Drift Club, which is a nightmare. But yeah, I got hooked on that. And then Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And then it's like, well, okay, there goes my life. So yeah, I've been a bit busy. Been playing some modern games. You can see the beard's gone. There's a story behind that as well. My little boy, my youngest, is poorly. He's had an ear infection, and as a result, he was very sick. One night, while I was comforting him while he was being sick with his ear infection, he threw up in my beard. Yes, I had someone else's sick in my beard. Yeah. So I decided, rather than hook out the chunks individually, I'd just snip the lot off and trim it. So yeah, I had a shave last week, unscheduled, unprompted. But the beard is gone, and therefore my transitions between different cameras and different streams and whatnot on this are going to be totally out of date. How's the mic, everybody? Is it loud enough? Are you hearing my fan in the background? I have got the fan running because it's a bit warm in here. And we've got a lot to talk about. So if you can let me know if the mic sound is okay for you, I can do adjustments. If not, but I want to sort that out before we get right into it. So we got a couple of things already from Stuttering Stick. How's it going, Stuttering? I want to see Operation Wolf on PC Engine. Okay, El Luigi, have you played Goemon New Age Shitsudo? I believe I have, but I can't remember which one it is. Is that the PlayStation one? Or is that the Game Boy Advance one? If it's the Game Boy Advance one that I'm thinking of, it's actually in my top Game Boy Advance lists of all time. Top Game Boy games of all time. So yes, I have played that. Okay, Billy, thank you very much. Hey, Retro. How's it going? Hey, welcome. Thank you. I'm a member of the Retro Tech 100 Facebook page, so it's good to have you here. Good to have you here indeed. I've got no plans whatsoever for tonight, but I do want to talk about a few things that have been happening in the news lately that are, well, quite important. So let's get the most recent ones off the bat. Firstly, congratulations to Invictus Gaming, who won the League of Legends World Championships 2018 earlier today. Congratulations, guys. You've put China on the map. Brilliant work. Excellent gameplay. There was no contest. You were absolutely the best team of the day. Absolutely brilliant. And the opening ceremony with the augmented reality singers playing with the girl band. Yeah, really good show. Really liked it. Yeah, League of Legends was great. So that's good. Then we've got to go into the kind of shitstorm territory. So you've probably heard by now, Blizzard are re-releasing Warcraft 3, and they're remastering that for the PC. It's going to be really cool. They're completely redoing it from the ground up. It's not just going to be a visual overhaul. It's going to have all of the DLC from the original game included in the package as well. Fantastic stuff. And then they announced a new Diablo game. Diablo Immortal. And it's not a PC game. And people went fucking nuts. It's a mobile game, and the anger was palpable in the announcement. You could hear people actually booing the game when it was announced, when they found out it was mobile. And one of the first questions, of course, was, is this ever coming out on PC? And they go, we have no plans for a PC version at this time. And you could hear the stunned, disappointed silence in the room. It was dreadful to watch. And the entitlement of the people in that room booing the game just because it's not on their preference of, system of choice, of preference, is ridiculous. And they all say, well, Diablo's a PC game, blah, 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 blah. But it kind of is, but it isn't. See, Diablo was also released on the PlayStation. Diablo's on the Switch. Diablo 3, I mean. Diablo 3's on the PS4, Diablo 3's on the Xbox. There was no harumph thing there when those got released. So just because it's a mobile system game and it's not coming out on PC, the master race got their panties in the twist. And they got really upset, and I found it ridiculous. Anyway, me personally, I'm looking forward to Diablo Immortal. It might open the door to a Diablo 4. Here's hoping, right? And also, he was hoping that we would have a slightly better lineup for the PlayStation Classic than was announced. So, we had this drip feed tease for a long, long time of what these extra games were going to be on the PlayStation Classic. There are going to be 20 games, but we only knew of 5 of them. We knew of Final Fantasy VII, we knew of Ridge Racer 4, we knew of Tekken, we knew of a couple of other games. And it left us to speculate, what are these other games going to be? And I speculated on a previous live stream, what they might be. I thought Resident Evil would be a good choice. I thought Resident Evil 3, because it's never been remastered, never been re-released, and it's a classic. I thought that might be on there along with Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, and a few other bits. Well, turns out that Sony hadn't really got a clear idea of consistency in their games lineup. See, when they designed the PlayStation, they kind of shaped it around the original mold of the PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation, with the original controllers. And you could understand that train of thought if the games lineup was more of an original games lineup. So say, for example, you released, Resident Evil instead of Director's Cut. If you'd released Ridge Racer 1, Tekken 1, Wipeout 1, you could understand that classic styling of the case. It could be like a return to the original lineup of games. That first Christmas where the PlayStation wowed us with this basic rudimentary 3D polygonal gameplay, but it was mind-blowing at the time. That would explain why Battle Arena Toshindon's in there. Because let's face it, there's no other reason why Toshinden should be in the top list or in a PlayStation games curated list like that. So then you think, okay, well, maybe they didn't want to go down the classic game route. Maybe they wanted to put out the best version of each franchise, the best game from each franchise, but that's not consistent either, because you've got Tekken 3, which it's debatable whether that's the best Tekken. I mean, Tekken 2 is probably my choice, but I can understand Tekken 3 because it was a graphical showcase. Absolutely, yeah, totally can understand that. You've got Ridge Racer 4. Ridge Racer 4, again, probably the strongest of the Ridge Racer games. Graphically stunning, again, it ran silky smooth. It had link-up play, it was phenomenal at the time. And then you've got Twisted Metal 1. Why? Destruction Derby 1. Why? You've got DD2. DD2 is absolutely bloody amazing and so much better than the original. I just can't understand the thought process behind that. Twisted Metal 2 is, alongside Carmageddon, the granddaddy of vehicular combat finesse and style. TM2, absolutely miles and miles better than the original. Yeah, here we are with the original game. We've got Metal Gear Solid in the lineup, which is an amazing game in its own right, but the controllers are classic controllers. They don't vibrate. They don't have analog controls that Metal Gear Solid you could use and utilize and improve your gameplay with them. They weren't necessary, but the vibration was a huge part of Psycho Mantis's attack power, basically. You know, you had to swap joysticks and put the joystick into player 2's port. He could tell with your vibrations what you were going to do and so on and so forth. A huge chunk of that game was going to be sorely lacking because of the controller choice. You know, there were just so many question marks. Why is Parasite Eve only available in the Japanese version of the PlayStation Classic? Why is Parasite Eve not in the European and American lineup? It would be a huge selling point here for Europe. We never got Parasite Eve 1. We got Parasite Eve 2, but never the first game. Where's Silent Hill? Where is Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Jumping Flash? Okay, I can understand that being in there. Intelligent Cube? Yeah, Karushi, known to us Europeans. Yeah, good game, solid, Sony exclusive. I can understand why that is in the list. I can't understand why Mr. Driller is, though. Now, don't get me wrong. Mr. Driller, brilliant puzzle game. Absolutely awesome. It's in several of my top lists of various systems. But to me, it doesn't scream PlayStation. You know, you could have something like Devil Dice, for example, like the Japanese lineup does. You could have Crash Bandicoot, you could have Spyro, you could have Crash Team Racing, you could have, so many different games that could take that spot. It's a very eclectic mix of games, and I feel it's a wasted opportunity. Even Final Fantasy VII, which I can fully understand from a business perspective is the right choice of Final Fantasy game to include with the machine. It's a multi-platinum seller, it's a massive boon. Personally, I would have loved to have seen Final Fantasy IX, which doesn't get this big love and appreciation that it deserved. I would love to see that get a second chance with new audiences. So yeah, I'm a little bit lost. Marvel vs. Capcom. Well, Stutterin', if you remember on my last stream a couple of weeks back, I thought that they would include Street Fighter Alpha 3 as one of the games on the list. Because we already had Tekken as a 3D fighting game. I was thinking that maybe they would include a 2D fighter as well. And then looking at the selection, Capcom vs. SNK is probably the best 2D fighter on the PlayStation. But licensing between the two companies would have been difficult. Street Fighter Alpha 3, however, would have been easy. Capcom was already on board. You've got several Capcom licenses. The license for Street Fighter is fairly cheap, as I understand, especially for the older Alpha games. So it would have been a no-brainer, and it would have sat quite happily alongside Super Puzzle Fighter 2. You know, the 20 games on the list. The pleasant surprise was Grand Theft Auto. I wasn't expecting to see GTA on there, and I am quite pleased that that has taken pride of place in the list. But the rest of it is just a hodgepodge and a mismatch, and it's inconsistent. It doesn't give you the best of the classic world, and it doesn't give you the best of the best in terms of PlayStation either. It doesn't give you games that you're synonymous with PlayStation. When I think PlayStation, I think Wipeout, Resident Evil, I think, you know, Silent Hill. I think of all these big, heavy-hitting games. You know, even Tekken, which personally I'm not a fan of. I can understand why it's in the list. For the life of me, why the hell is Toshinden in there? I mean, can an exec sit down with me, please? If you're out there and you watch or you see this on record, please message me on Twitter or Facebook or something. Please explain to me the thought process behind Toshinden. I understand Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six is a popular franchise that's still running to this day. It was a great technical, strategical SPS. So, me personally, I feel that some of the confusion around that game is unwarranted. But Toshinden? Come on! Come on! Toshinden! Get the fuck out of here with Toshinden. Anyway, so for 90 quid, you get a handful of great games, a handful of shite, and a handful of missed opportunities. Fingers crossed it will be hackable so that we can put our own games on the machine. That is what I'm gambling on. That's why I'm keeping my pre-order, so that I can make myself a fully fledged PlayStation Classic somewhere down the line. Yeah, so for me, it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm still gonna get one. I didn't cancel the pre-order, as I say, like I cancelled the Neo Geo pre-order because that was such a disappointment with the enforced filters and whatnot. I couldn't justify the price. Anyhow, I think that's enough talking. 20 minutes of talking right off the bat is must be boring for you guys. So let's get into some gameplay. Now, I have no idea what I'm playing today. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Anybody have any suggestions of what they might like to see? I'll start queuing them up. So the first game that we saw on the list for queuing up is Operation Wolf. So I saw that earlier. Somebody requested that, so let's get that going. Might have to swap it from the original PC Engine version that they requested, but we shall see. Just bear with me. Where are my PC Engine games? There they are. Right. Operation Wolf. Splatterhouse, eh? Going for a horror classic. Funnily enough, I did think of doing a horror-themed games night tonight, but I was thinking horror-bull games. But I just don't have the heart. Halloween's been and gone. We're nearly at Guy Fawkes night here. You know, I live in the UK. We have bonfire night on the 5th of November. We're closer to that than Halloween at this point, so we're going to give that a miss. Let me just get the PC Engine up and running. Oh, Double Dragon 2 PC Engine. Well, we could do that as well. Pretty good game, I've got to say. I do enjoy that quite a bit. Let me just get the PC Engine stuff up to scratch. Okay. Life calls, they're the worst calls. Right, so let's get the Hue card system going. Where is Wolf? Okay. Now let me know if you guys have trouble hearing anything there. Okay, you should have full visual and audio now. Operation Wolf. Controllers aren't working. Hang on. Yeah, you got to touch my bell end. Don't forget, we're on YouTube, everybody. So you got to subscribe and then touch my bell end if you want to see future videos. If you don't touch my bell end, you won't necessarily get to see them. Oh, what's going on here? I think my batteries may have died in my controller. Hang on. Let me try and load it up once more. Third time's a charm. Yeah, there we go. Right. It's been so long since I played this. Not since the last video, really, with PC Engine. So, yeah, it's been quite a while. Let's go. Hopefully the game audio's not too loud. It should be just about right in theory. Again, I can tweak that if necessary. Oh! Accidentally hit the nurse. Boom. Let's save my grenade on that one. I was close, I nearly hit the nurse again. Ah! Oh, shrapnel in the face for you, buddy. hate the rolling commandos. That second wind gets me every time. I always forget about it. And I tell myself not to forget about it, and I still do. Because that's the level of intelligence you're dealing with here, folks. Even when I know something's happening, I still kind of forget it. Okay, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's get the Pepsi. I'm gonna die. No! Told you I was out of practice.
You have sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished here.
Let's try again. Gotta have warm up, right? No shirt in the nurse this time. A bluey. Shot you in the shoe. Oh, by the way, guys, today is the first day that we are streaming on Facebook. So, hello to the viewers, if there are any, on Facebook. How you doing? Please say hello in the chat. We should be able to see your chat live, regardless of what platform you're on. Whether you're on Mixer, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on Facebook. We can all chat together and have a good old evening. I misjudged that. Okay, well this is working out a lot better than the last one. In fact, we're through. Yabba dabba doo. Okay.
Succeeded in cutting off the communication from enemy.
I think that's what it said in the arcade original, right? Oh no, that's this level. Whoops. This is the first level. Okay. Oh, dick shots for everybody. Okay. One helicopter, 24 on the ground. Now we just got to worry about the troops. But they're coming right for us. Damn you, Mr. Commando. Got you this time. What, a third time? Really? Okay. 6 more. We should be free and clear. Give me the Pepsi. Just one last guy. And it would be a commando, wouldn't it? Okay. Moving on. This is normally where I fall apart. This is about, yeah, this is about my limit typically on a 1 credit. Don't forget to bash your coconuts in this game. Very important. Oh, I'm so tempted to shoot you. Oh, this isn't good. My health is depleting fast. Shit. Okay. Still got 15 of these guys left. 14. 13. 12. Down to 10. Single digits. Ah! Talk about unlucky. And I didn't have enough time to get the extra grenade, damn it! No! It's got the bad case of the claw hand. Right, here we go. I hate this level. I'm not gonna make it. There's too many different planes to actually realistically preempt target movement on this level. So yeah, my health is gonna go. So there's one bar, and there's the second bar.
You have sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished here.
And you only get the one credit. Yep, that's it. You don't get any more credits. So enemy clear rate of 97.1. Yeah, I'll take that. Bullet hit rate, not so great. But that's Operation Wolf. A pretty good conversion, I've got to say, of the arcade original. You don't get all the levels, but what you do get is excellently put together, runs at great frame rate, and is really enjoyable. Hey old Dirty, how you doing? So what was the next request? Somebody wanted to play Splatterhouse and Double Dragon. Well, as it's right here, we can oblige. Just got to go into open. Go all the way down to Splatterhouse. We're going to play the Japanese original, not the watered down, heavily censored US version on the TurboGrafx. We are playing the original White Mask, real deal. Beep, 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 beep. R-Type, yeah, I can play R-Type. I'll play it on the CD though, because the CD version's better. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Very simple game, but it's a fun one. Wait for the next run for the spike. As long as you play it safe, it's fairly pedestrian to begin with. It doesn't stay like this, of course. Okay. Blech. Never forget that last one. You can never forget it after the first time. It gets you once, never again. Okay. So, even though the video and the graphics are so kind of horrific looking, they're beautifully designed in this game. They really are. It's lovely. It's lovely in its horrific nature to look at. Big chunky sprites. I mean, compared to Nintendo games at the time, this was above and beyond anything that you could ever realistically expect at home. Have you guys played the remake of Splatterhouse on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360? Now, a lot of people kind of poo-poo on that, but I really, really liked it. I thought it was fantastic. I would have liked to have seen it before it got cancelled and redesigned, but I did like the remake. I really did. My favourite game in the series is Splatterhouse 3 on the Mega Drive. I thought that was fantastic. Splatterhouse 3, it kind of changed the formula up a little from Splatterhouse 1 and 2. You were in a mansion and it was free roaming. You could choose which way to go, and the map itself was like a giant maze. And you also had branching endings, depending on how quickly you got through the game. You know, you're there to rescue your son and your girlfriend again, but if you're too slow, you're either your girlfriend can die, your son can get killed. Or you can save them, or you can partially save them where they're still breathing, but they're brain dead. It was really cool. Liked it a lot. Very hard though, and exceedingly rare. It's very hard to get a copy of Splatterhouse 3. If you want to get it cheaper, get the Japanese one, because the Japanese one's much cheaper than the American version. Oh man, come on. I'm out of practice on this. Yeah, the timer is incredibly hard on Splatterhouse 3. Once you get used to the maps, it's one of those games that you have to practice. Once you know which ways to go, how to defeat the enemies, when to use your magic abilities. Because of course you got that power-up ability that makes you super strong. When to use that is the key. Huzzah! Here we go. Next one. Oh yeah. Okay. Nothing like a little firepower. Get off. No! I don't want to be down here. That means I lose my firepower. That's going to make the next section quite difficult. I have no range to hit these guys. So I'm just going to have to jump kick my way through. Which is risky. Damn it. See now, all of these enemies required 2 hits. And I only needed 1. Damn. I'm not going to get very far in this, am I? Ah, shotgun. I'll be riding shotgun. Okay, well that was good while it lasted. Now I got nothing. I am so dead. Woo! Wee doggy! Yes. Oh, yes. No! Go! For the record, I hate these worms. Getting out of there, man. Scary stuff. Go, 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 go! Ah! Misjudged that. That was bad. Let's continue. Hello again. Really? I got pushed backwards by punching him in the face. This is where most of my life goes. If I don't fall down this hole, I'm normally golden, but it's not happening tonight. Have I used my turbo fire thumb? No. This is just old school thumb. Okay. Jump. Get ready for the flying assholes. Flying asshole number 2. Thank you very much. Jump. This is where it gets tricky. I'm going to have to triple jump. No, and it still hits me. Ah. Misjudged that totally. At least it's not far to backtrack. Walked right into it, literally. Okay. Just get a bit more real estate on the screen, and then go for it. Go, go, go! Yes, that's more like it.
The Hall of Mirrors. Don't worry, nothing bad's going to happen to you in here. Looking good. Ah!
Sliding kick to the dick. Ow, what a way to go. Nope, my character can't slide. Oh yeah, there we go. The slide does work in this version, right. It's just very finicky timing. Yeah, it's literally a couple of pixels off the ground. There we go. And if you kick in the air, you can't do it. So you have to literally wait till the last moment.
Hello. Oh, nice mask there, fella.
Okay, this bit was completely changed for the American release. They don't like crucifixes, you see. So this level was, I think, completely ripped out of the American version, if I remember rightly. Or if not, it was significantly changed. I always found it funny that, you know, decapitating evil zombies, watching blood, putrefied blood, slip out of a worm's carcass. No worries whatsoever. Put a cross upside down. Harumph! We must ban! We must censor! And I'm dead. So. Should we continue once more? Yeah, why not? Oh, that's why not. Nah, screw that. I'm not going through the whole level again. So the next one on the list was Double Dragon 2. Funnily enough, they're all PC Engine CD games at the moment. So, yeah, PC Engine CD seems to be the soup du jour today. Now, as it's a CD game, I've just got to do a little bit of extra legwork. So I have to mount the CD. Now, all my CDs are digitally archived, so I just mount them onto a virtual drive to play them. Now, it just takes a few moments just to get the virtual drive running. So, bear with me a tick, and I'll get this going. What hard drive are they on? Ah, yes. Oh. So, I also have to extract it because I've digitally archived and compressed it to make sure it saves space. There's a lot of discs on that hard drive, so yeah, I need to shrink them up. So, you can get to see my pretty face to go with the Halloween theme. While I'm getting this running. So, PC Engine. What did we say? We were playing Double Dragon 2, didn't we? So, Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. There we are. We're just going to extract it. And then we're going to mount it. And we're going to play it. Now, hopefully, as I said before, the fan behind me isn't too noisy, fingers crossed. Hopefully, it's not causing the mic distortion or anything. If it is, let me know and I'll switch it off. But let's get DD2 going. It just takes a few seconds, less than a minute to extract, and then I mount it on a new virtual hard drive, and virtual CD drive, should I say. So let's add the CD drive now. Virtually. There we are, Q drive, perfect. And we just mount this onto the Q drive. Okay, and we should be good to go. Now if I reset, it should detect that the CD is running. Should. Okay, so we go back to it now. Load error. Interesting. Right, okay. Bear with me 1 second. Perhaps I need to change the CD drive to a different virtual disk. May even need to restart the program. It's saying unknown title, so let me just restart it. It's probably the easiest thing to do, just to make sure. So we'll just really quick go back in. Change the setting to make sure it's looking at the right CD. Which it is. It should be. There we go. That's more like it. Now it's detected the game and we're good to run. Let's check our options. These are the default options.
Double Dragon!
Ow! Now my buttons are completely set wrong. Ah, there we go. So Double Dragon is one of those games that has a 3-button layout for 3-button controllers, so it's a little bit funky to play nowadays, especially as I'm using an Xbox One controller. But yeah, the best one is the one I'm using, Old Dirty. I'm using Utaki. Seems to be the best. It's not perfect, but most games run reasonably well. You know, they're not 100% perfect, but they're certainly close enough and definitely playable. That's what I'm using at the moment. I've got a real PC Engine CD. I've got a Turbo Duo R, but for ease of use on stream, I tend to just use Utaki. Boom, 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 bow. And you're off. You're out of there. The other big thing with Double Dragon 2 is it had a really weird control scheme compared to the other Double Dragons. You literally had one button for attacking left and one button for attacking right, and then you had your jump button. So it's kind of unique, and it does take a little bit of getting used to. However, once you're used to it, it's a great game. Although I'm not going to do very well at it at the moment. Ah! Oh, nice. If you've got a US TurboGrafx CD, you can get a magic key, I believe they're called, and it allows you to run Japanese games. Absolutely worth investing in. Or, of course, you can get yourself an EverDrive and do it that way. And just put a Japanese BIOS on your EverDrive. One thing I would strongly recommend, though, get yourself an RGB mod. Oh, the quality difference is astonishing. My video when I did my top PC Engine lists, that was done through my RGB PC Engine Duo R, and yeah, it looks almost as pixel perfect as emulators do. It's just fantastic. It was a lot of money to do, but it was well spent. It was really nice. Oh man. No! Oh, this is going to be over so fast. Oh, no punching in the crackers, please. Drop kicking in the face, though? Totally acceptable. Off you go. Now, apologies if anybody is watching on Facebook. It seems like my live chat isn't working on Facebook. I don't know why. Not a clue. This is my first Facebook stream, so yeah, I don't know what's happening over there. I'll have a look at it in depth in the future. But for now, let's enjoy this quality cutscene. Ow! Just wouldn't go over the side, that one. Props go to the music. That's probably going to give me a copyright strike, but it's nice anyway, screw it. Let's go. Shinkwa Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku. Oh, whip me, baby, one more time. On second thoughts, don't. You notice how the door says Kuni? As in Kunio-kun? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what Kuni means. But of course, Double Dragon and the Kunio-kun series are tied together. The Game Boy games were palette swaps of each other. So, in effect, Double Dragon's kind of a sequel to Renegade. Which is mind-blowing when you think about it, because you think of all of the series that Renegade's put out, and the Kunio-kun games, and the Double Dragons. Yeah, it's just a really weird timeline. And I'm getting smashed. I don't play Turbo CD anywhere near as much as I should do, really. It's a great system. I just never get around to playing it. It's not a system that gets championed a lot by a lot of people as well. There are so many gems on the CD system, but most people go as far as Akumaji Dracula, and that's about it. Get off me, man! Damn. Oh, he came in like a wrecking ball. Why do the girls look like they've just come from an Ultimate Warrior fan fest? Get to the chopper! You dead yet? Alright, see you later, old dirty. Bye for now. Legs. She got legs. She know how to use him. This is obviously a post-Trump era video game. You can see by the state of the city below. Ah! Oh! I don't want to get too close to that door again. Those doors be dangerous, man. Damn it. Oh, that's not good. That is so not good. I'm just getting gangbanged. Okay. Got into a rhythm, or at least I did until he knocked me out of it. Ah! Okay. Okay. Big guy's gonna kill me. There he goes. Well, and he throws me twice for good measure. And I throw up all over the helicopter. Look how quickly he throws. It's just like, whoop! Over the shoulder. You are like the buzzing of flies to him. Off he goes. Right. This guy's never heard of the word steroids in his life, obviously. Or the word cocaine. Okay, we survived to see, like, one screen of the next level. On, out the door you go. Out the door you go, son of a bitch. No. Lives to fight another moment. I'm waiting for that door to open. I don't want to be in front of it when it happens, but I'm waiting for it. Come on. Come on. Any time now would be great. Before this third guy tears me apart. Woo! Nice finish. Yeah, what you said. Yeah. Yeah. Lightning strikes twice. Well, strikes once, but hits twice. Now we're not only going down to Brown Town, but we're also going down to a island in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if this island just so happens to be littered with people that want me dead. Not a scratch on them, look. That guile haircut still pristine. Woo! 2 for 1 sale. Warrior says you're going in the drink. Oh, really? That was bullshit. That second death was bullshit. But that's Double Dragon 2 for you. Great game. Great version of a great game. It's just... yeah, it's just delightful all way round, really. So what was the other suggestion? R-Type, wasn't it? Okay. So... where is R-Type? It's on the other drive. course, it's called R-Type Complete CD because the original release of R-Type on the PC Engine was split into 2 individual games, R-Type 1 and 2, or R-Type Part 2, should I say. Not only that, it missed a few enemies, and yeah, it was basically a poor, rushed port to begin with. They later released a second version on the UCard, which was a little bit better. It wasn't split across 2 games anyway. It still missed a few bits, but the PC Engine CD one is the one to go for the PC Engine. Okay, and we are nearly there. A few more seconds. Right, now we just add that to our virtual drive. Yeah. Precisely. Okay. Here we go. So here we are. Well, thank you very much for the subscribe, Saklik. Always appreciated, Michael Lewis. Thank you very much. I would let the intro run, but it's really, really long. And there's no English subs. So... oh, I'm going to fall asleep if I let that run. Right, screw that. Let's go. Now, I'm going to be super rusty. I apologise. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta get down with the funk. Ciao! So I'm going to be a little rusty at this. I haven't played for a while, so please forgive the gameplay. All the gameplay's off the cuff, so there's no practice. I haven't played this in a while. So yeah, the gameplay's gonna suck. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Here we go. Yeah, this is a great game on the arcade. It's a classic for a reason. It's really well put together. In fact, almost every version of R-Type on every machine is well worth playing. Almost. On the ZX Spectrum, for example, it's amazing. You wouldn't believe it, but the ZX Spectrum version's incredible. Especially considering the limitations of the machine. But it's one of those shooters where if you lose your power-ups, you are screwed. I prefer vertical shmups. I always find it kind of difficult to judge exactly what level you're firing at on a horizontal shooter. I find it a lot more easy to comprehend when it's vertical. But each to their own. A lot of people love the horizontal shmups. Ah! Damn. I'm a huge fan in particular of the cave style bullet hell shmups. They're my favourite. You know, when you're up against it, you've got a huge sip with a small collision detection area. It's you against a bazillion bullets. Ah, that's close. Adventure Island, yeah, it's great. Big fan of Adventure Island. The Super NES ones, the original Wonder Boy, of course. Damn it! In the wrong place at the wrong time. I've forgotten the pattern for that boss. You have to be in very particular places. Otherwise, you're just dead. It's one of those trial and error bosses. However, once you've got this boss down, you can pretty much cruise through the game. But I'm just way out of practice, and I'm old. I've forgotten where you've got to be in the first instance. Let's just hide here. Lay up my shot. Damn it. Wrong place. Yeah, even the Game Boy Adventure Islands are really good. Okay. Right, so we know where not to be. Anywhere near this frickin' thing is where not to be. Which Battletoads? There's two. There's Battletoads and Ragnaroks, and then there's just old Battletoads. Oh, come on. I've completely forgotten the pattern for this boss. Oh, there, we got it. We got it. Cool. Dum, 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 dum. Donkey Kong's awesome. Donkey Kong 94 and Donkey Kong Land, the series are incredible. Okay, Pinky. Let's skip that. Bollocks. Let's carry on from there, shall we? That was just not fair. Oh man. Damn it, hit me again. Ah. Nah, I'm dead. Look at that flicker though. Let's give it one last go. Here we go. Yeah. This is coming my undoing. Well, at least I got rid of the gun pretty quick this time. Get my power up rocking. Now I just gotta sneak underneath. Take out the guns. Ah. Okay. Now it's just a case of finding a safe time to change my shield. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's me done for. Come on. That's the weak spot of the boss right there. Just gotta get the deflection right. This is the tricky bit. Now. Ah. It's my last shot. Oh. What a miserable fail that was. Well, I'm calling that the end of R-Type. Oh, that did not go well. So, but that is the complete CD version. Of course, still not arcade perfect, but a damn good attempt at it. Yeah, like any boss, shoot him in the ass. Well, that one, you have to deflect the lasers at the right angle, so it kind of bounces off the wall into them. It's, yeah, you've got to find the sweet spot, and I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find any sweet spots. So, let's see what else we've got. Any other suggestions for games, people? Or shall we just roll with the punches? Wizard Fire. In my vast library. Wizard Fire. What system's Wizard Fire on? I'm pretty sure I've played it, but under a different name. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I've played it under a different name. But could be right, could be wrong. Let's check it out, shall we? And then maybe a Gradius game as well. Okay, so let's fire up the old MAME. Wizard. I'll turn off the C64. I had a plan for a game, but this is a better idea. So it was... Oh yes, Wizard Fire, yep. I vaguely remember this. Okay, for some reason the screen isn't showing up, so bear with me a second. Oh nice, yeah, EverDrive for 64 is absolutely worth having. Just gonna change the resolution of the game a little bit. There we go. Right. Set up the keys. Okay. Put in 10 creds, and let's roll. I'm going to be a knight in shining armor. See, the SNES EverDrives aren't that great, unfortunately. You want an SD2 SNES instead of an EverDrive. The EverDrives don't support a wide range of games, unfortunately. The SD2 SNES does. I want to get one of those super analog NTs. Have you seen those? They look great. Like, almost identical to a Super Nintendo in every way, except better. And lag-free apparently as well, and gorgeous. But for now, because they're expensive, I'll be sticking with the SNES and the SNES Classic Mini. That'll do me for now. And I'm dead already. Holy crap. Serves me right for not paying attention. Oh, Outlaws, that was that the Lucasfilm Games one? LucasArts? I remember playing that a long time ago, being extremely impressed with what it was. I think it was Outlaws that I'm thinking of. Really cool little game, based on the Dark Forces engine, if I remember rightly.
We will make him pay with our poor voice acting.
So this is basically an arcade version of Diablo. It's like a... well... it's a lot like Gauntlet, really, but for some reason it's nowhere near as appealing as Gauntlet was to me. It looks the part, but it's kind of boring to play. You know, it's very repetitious. Now, Gauntlet had something special. This looks great, but yeah, I don't think I'd miss it or reminisce about it fondly if I never played it again. And I'm dead. Shit. Right, let's try a dwarf. Nice fog effect. That would look really good on a basic arcade monitor. I'm a bouncing rock, okay? Interesting. And a man turns into a killer tree. Interesting. Some of those funky haired trolls sticking out the bottom. Alright, well that was riveting. And made a fuck ton of sense, not. Poison water! How can you smash poison water to bits? Think about what you're doing, Mr. Knight. Yeah, this is like a more modernized version of Gauntlet, but like a lot of things that get modernized, it just doesn't have the same... how do you say it? It doesn't have the same... I wouldn't say flair, because it has more flair than Gauntlet, but it doesn't have the same more factor. You know, you want to see more. You want to play more, you want to experience more, you want to fight more, you want to engage more. This to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not engaged with it. I'm going through the motions, I'm killing stuff, but I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing, I'm not really getting into the game. I think it's something about the way that A, your characters die so bloody quick, and B, the fact that while it looks great, the controls are a bit light. There's no... I don't know. There's just not the right feel for me. Or for an arcade game. It's a weird kind of juxtaposition of a game. See, the big thing about Gauntlet was its style, you know, the dun in between levels, and Elf needs food badly, welcome Red Warrior, and all that stuff. It kind of added to it, and, you know, Valkyrie shot the food. It was just more engaging. This, even these special attacks, they're just, well, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It looks nice, but there's nothing to it. I'm just tapping the buttons till I die, or they die. Whoever goes first. Ah. Okay, have we gone through all the characters? Did we do Bard? No, we didn't. I'm a big fan of Gauntlet. One of my favourites. And I also like the game that Gauntlet was ripped off from. It was a game called Dandy that came out a year or so before Gauntlet did. And yeah, Gauntlet was a rip-off of Dandy without a shadow of a doubt. But Dandy was good in its own way. Gauntlet added its own flair and its own style and became just as enjoyable, if not more so, than Dandy. This rips off on Gauntlet, adds its own style, but just doesn't feel the same as a game that was released probably 6 or 7 years before this. I'm gonna kill this dragon and then that's it. Moving on. I'm getting no vibes from this either way. I don't hate it, and I don't like it. It's just meh. Off my man. I'm just gonna sit here and just stab the button until he dies. And he's dead.
is that?
It's an echoey room. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, now it's getting annoying. See, if I got a Knights of the Round or a Golden Axe 2 vibe from this, I would like it a lot more. Okay, I'm done with that. Yeah, good effort, but it's not that exciting. Who made that? Data East. Yeah, it's not for me. Not for me. When did it come out? Not sure when it was released. Oh, 1992. Oh, Crisis Beat, huh? That's a not a bad little beat 'em up, that one. It doesn't get any recognition nowadays, but it was kind of fun. It was never perfect, but yeah, it was better than some of the fighting games around on the time. You know, Fighting Force was another one that was fairly big at the same time. I think that the Crisis Beat was better than that. Shame I don't have Outlaws really, because now that that was mentioned by Alison, yeah, I'm intrigued to play that again. I'm wondering if it holds up. Have I got it in my PC folders anywhere? Probably not. Let's have a gander. I don't have a lot in the way of classic PC games, so... Modern PC games, yeah, I've got way too many. I haven't played any of them. Or hardly any of them. But classics? Nah. Not a great deal. Last Blade is great. Both of the Last Blade games were fantastic. I didn't realise that there was a PlayStation 1 version of that up until recently. And the PlayStation 1 version, it's lost animation, but it's still pretty good. That's a shame I don't have Outlaws here. I was hoping maybe it would be there, but nah. Okay, so I've got the DOS version of Operation Wolf. Sunset Riders, yeah, Sunset Riders is great. But if we're going to play a Western game, well, there are two I would prefer to play, to be honest. One of which is a much more modern game, and it's actually sat on my Xbox right now. If I go to is it blank, possibly. No. Yeah, okay, well it was there somewhere. Yes, so as I said, I've been hammering the hell out of Red Dead, and I've got it paused on my Xbox right now to play later. Beautiful, beautiful game. Wonderful game. Fantastic game. If you have an Xbox or you've got a PS4, you owe it to yourself to buy this. Because it's bloody great. It's fantastic. But we're not here for modern games. We're here for classics right now. And there is another classic cowboy game that I'd prefer to play. So let me get it set up. Okay. Hopefully you guys should be seeing the Commodore screen. I'm just gonna tweak the size of it a little bit. For some reason the aspect ratio is a bit off, but that's close enough. That will do. Let me just get the game. This is a cowboy game I grew up with. A little favorite of mine. It's a very simplistic game, but it's really enjoyable. I got it when I was about 5 years old, and I still love it to this day. Very, very easy to play. Let's not make you wait through the entire loading process. Let's skip that up a bit, shall we? Okay, we're in warp mode. That should load any time now. It is Kane. What a fantastic little game this was. Now while it's doing that, while it's loading, let me get my joystick settings ready. On joystick. Control that. Buttons used as fire. Okay. Just gotta wait a moment for the game to load. We are loading it as fast as we can. There we go. Oh, I'm using the wrong bloody controller. I'm using the Xbox controller. Whoops. Right, here we go. Go. Alright, level 1, here we go. So the first level, it's fairly simple. You may notice that animation looks familiar to those of you who may have played another game called Impossible Mission. Now these first shots, I'm just going to gauge the speed of things. There we go. There's the first hit. There's the second one. Oh, too slow. I've missed those. Too early. Too early. Bingo. I can't get to the other one now. Yeah, and another one down. Oh, so close. Okay. Missed. Okay, but do I get enough to get to the next level? Yes. Now this is always a bother for me. I might need to practice this. So let's go for practice level 2. Oh no, it didn't let me. Right, okay. Oh, well, there's the first bird out. Too slow with the bullets. See, it's such a simplistic game, but there's something about this that's so addictive to me as a kid. Still kind of is now, to be honest. You know, this game was released 23 years ago. No, 33 years ago, sorry. 33 years ago this game was released. And, yeah, I still enjoy it. Even though it's devilishly simple. Even though it was only a budget game when it was first released. It was for sale for $1.99, I think it was. Or $2.99. It might have been on the $2.99 range. So £2.99 got you this game. And I loved it. You know, pocket money price, addictive nature, really, really simple but fun game. Skill-based game. Of course, my skills have long gone. I haven't played this game since I was a wee boy. Oh, how unlucky was that? There we go. Right. Oh, right through the nose. Right through the chest. Through the neck. Through the air. Shit. Right. Got him. Booyah. Any more? Yes. Okay. Ah, that was so close. Right, so that bit's fairly straightforward. It's just a case of homing it in. But this bit's difficult. For some reason also when I'm pressing the fire button, it's not letting me jump. Ah! Right, I'm gonna practice that bit. I need to practice, so. Man, you need a big run up for that horse. So I need more practice. Level 1, horse ride 1. There we go. So you've got to jump way in advance. Even that is not far enough. Okay, so. That's harsh. I forgot how harsh that was. Man, that's rough. You've got to go back to the menu every time if you're practicing. Okay, so here we go. Holy shit, this is really hard. Holy shit, this is really hard. Wow. Hey, don't make them like they used to. Man, I can't imagine ever getting past this as a kid. How the hell did I get to level 3? Holy fuck, this is so difficult. Holy shit, this is really hard. Okie dokie, yeehaw! Alright, let's see what the later levels are like, shall we? Let's get to the shootout. Let's get some rootin' tootin' shooting going on. This is also really hard, by the way. I remember this bit. I don't think I ever got to the next bit. See, I missed my shot, so I'm dead. Where'd I get shot from? I didn't even see it. Did you guys see it? Where did I get shot from, guys? I got one. There's one on the roof. Now hidden. Oh yeah, when you run out of bullets, you have to run to the side to reload. Where are they? Oh, there's two of them. And I miss them both. I got them all. Ah, shit. Here we go. What? Now, I've never got to this bit before in my life. And it looks like I'll never get past it in my life either. Look at that. So you've got to jump both of those. And this is on the easiest level of difficulty as well. Now I'm going to try and do a double jump and get really close. No, that's not going to work. So you're going to have to do 2 individual jumps, marking your speed as you go along. So you can't go flat out, you have to go at a slower pace. That's too slow. This is Kane. Right. let's go from level 1. Let's do a full run. And then we'll move on to its sequel that I've never played before, Kane 2. Oh, so close. Yeah. So you guys in America had Duck Hunt, I had Kane. Ugh. And I'm missing every shot. Up there, I reckon. Yeah. Yeah. Just missed. Didn't miss that one. Oh, that was close. Nearly missed that one. Okay, but I get enough to get to the impossible level. Insta-fail. Holy fuck, this is real hard. No way, no way. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. That's really, really, really hard. Okay, let's try one more go. See, even though I'm getting frustrated at that level, I'm still having a good time with this. And let me re-emphasize this. This was a cheap game when it first came out. I can't remember if it was either a £1.99 game or a £2.99 game. But it was cheap. Pocket money price. And that's exactly how I bought it. Pocket money. Money well spent. Oh, it wasn't the bird I was going for, but I'll take it. Ooh. Ah, in your eyeball. Nope. Nope. Nuts. So I get 2 shots at the next level, basically. Come on, we're gonna do it now. No, we're not. Bollocks, no, we're not. Bollocks, no, we're not. And we've lost both of our freaking lives. Well, that is Kane. It's very difficult, but I still got a soft spot for it. It's a good game, just really, really, really hard. Very enjoyable though, well worth the price. And it brought me many nights of joy as a child. Let's see if the sequel's any good. I have never played the sequel. Up until recently, I didn't even know there was such a thing. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Remember when games had games to play while they were loading? Oh! You can play Space Invaders while waiting for the game to load. How awesome's that? Ow. Oh, you found out that Double Dragon has slowdown? Yeah, the arcade machine had slowdown. The actual arcade machine of Double Dragon had slowdown issues. So basically, if your copy doesn't slow down, it's not being emulated properly. Now, there was a Double Dragon trilogy on Steam that got rid of the slowdown, and that's because it was piss poor emulation. Oh, looks like our game is ready to go. Here we go. Let's check it out. Oh no. Oh no. Wow, it's fast. And hard as balls, holy shit. Okay, so down on fire jumps. Okay, this is going to take some getting used to. I certainly hope that the PlayStation 1 Classic will be hacked. That's the reason why I haven't cancelled my pre-order. Because I want to make my own curated list for it. Now I've got a PS3 and stuff, but it's not quite the same, you know. Hey, got one! Woohoo! Man, there is too much to think about. You think it would be such a relatively simple thing, just running along a carriage and taking out bad guys, but there is so much to think about. Okay, and this is like the shootout bit in the first game. Just gonna take him out as I see him. Where are they? Oh no, it's a soft-modded PS2, yeah. Funnily enough, you say that actually, I soft-modded 2 PS3s the other day. I was told that they were brilliant little machines when you've soft-modded them. I was told wrong. I was also told it was piss easy to soft-mod them and hack them and get stuff running on them. Yeah, not so much. It was a bit of a pain. But it's done now. So now I have a regular fat PS3, I have a slim PS3, and I have a super slim PS3, all modded. In fact, 2 of them. Ta-da! Oh. Got PS3s coming out my asshole. Because I recently modded them, but yeah, I don't think much of the PS3, to be honest. A lot of people love it, fair enough. I was more 360, so I played all the multi-platform games on 360, and the PS3 had The Last of Us, which was incredible, but it didn't have a whole lot else, to be honest. You had Uncharted, you had Motorstorm. But yeah, there's like a handful of games that interested me. I was more interested in the Linux side of things, and that turned out to be a disappointment. So I kind of just left them to the wayside. But then I picked up a a slim PS3 when I heard they were hackable. I picked it up for £20 with a handful of games, and then I picked up a super slim, which was even smaller, and I thought it'd be great for the kids for 40 quid, and I hacked them both. But yeah, still not that impressed, to be honest. Yeah, oh, finally got one. Oh. That is so hard. For eyes peeled. Oh, it got me. Reload. PS2 was one of the biggest disappointments for me on the PS3. I was told that it was dead easy to get PS2 games running on a hacked PS3. I was going to record footage of it, but it turns out that even though you can hack it and get PS2 games to run on the Slims, it's hit and miss whether they actually. So it's disappointment. Most of my games don't work on it. Kane. I'm going back and using the old PS2 with the hard drive and partitioning each game separately to get footage. Which is why you won't be seeing a top PlayStation list for PS2 for a long time. It takes so long to get going. Yeah, we're doing alright here. Missed. Got him. One stuck his head out. Can I get to him? No. I'll get this one though. Right, I'm gonna reload. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And there's your friend. Oh no, they got me. Okay, so shall we see what this has got to offer later on? Like bucking bronco, eh? Let's check that out. Huh? Okay, so right. So the bucking bronco, I've just got to basically tap buttons. Do I own PC Gamer demos still? Nah, I got rid of most of my demo discs and things. Not really needed. I found over time I didn't use the utilities and things that were included on them. Ah! Hit the dirt. Okay, well that's Kane 2 and Kane, everybody. Some of the original rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting video games. Both available for the Commodore 64. Kane 1 was also available on the Spectrum and the Commodore 16 and the BBC Micro. Kane 2 was exclusive to the Commodore 64. And if we're doing some rootin' tootin', well, maybe we should do a bit of first-person shooting. What do you reckon? Now, There's a little game released by Konami, which was very popular with a Wild West theme. Came out in the 90s. Very much loved. It's a little bit cheesy by today's standards, but cheese is good sometimes. If it's gonna let me. Please power on with holding the test switch. Well, I'd love to do that. If I knew which button the test button was, I certainly would do that. There we go. Right. Okay, so... It's Lethal Enforcers 2 Gunfighters. It's a bit glitchy in MAME, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. Right, let's just... for some reason the reticle isn't showing up. We need the visibility on the crosshair. Yeah. There we go. Now, I used to play this on the Mega CD. That was my version choice. Ah! I got a slight problem with reloading. Every time I move away from the screen on the left hand side, it's gonna lose focus of the actual game and go back to my capture settings, so that might be a problem, but we'll make it work. The glitches are pretty bad. Perhaps we should just play the Mega CD version. Yeah, let's swap to the Mega CD version. The graphical glitches are making this kind of hard to play. So, hold that thought. We are going to switch right over. Bear with me a second. Let me just get this rolling. Man, I love the Mega CD. What a great little machine it was. Misunderstood, underestimated, underloved, but wonderful. Everybody says, it's just a full motion video player. But there were so many good games on the Mega CD that people forget about. It's just, I loved it. Growing up with it, it was just... Snatcher, Soulstar, Thunderhawk, which is one of my favourite games on the machine. So many great games on the Mega CD that everybody seems to have forgotten about. And they all jump on the Mega CD was shit bandwagon, which is totally false. Right. Okay, so... where have I stored my Sega Mega CD games? There they are. Right, so Lethal Enforcers 2, where are you? Oh. Just going to extract it. Oh, you never owned one, stuttering. Oh, you're missing out. Oh, I got mine. I got mine late. I got mine in 1995, I think it was. I actually got it after my Sega Saturn, and I ended up initially playing it more than my Saturn. We got it cheap for 1 year. I got it for Christmas, and it had 12 games with it, and I had the Sega Classic 5-in-1, which had Streets of Rage in it. That was my first introduction to Streets of Rage. It had Soul Feast, Cobra Command. It had Time Gal, Wolfchild. It had Sewer Shark, I believe. And then I just went on a shopping spree and bought loads and loads of games. The guy at the shop, there was a Sega Specialist shop. It had a Sonic mural on the wall. He always thought it was a bit weird because I'd be buying Sega Saturn games at the same time as Sega Mega CD games. He always found it a bit weird. He didn't understand the concept of retro gaming back then, though. It was just all about what was here and now. Okay, so I've mounted my copy of Lethal Enforcers. I'm just going to get the system running now. Should come up in a second. Yep, there we go. Boot Sega CD. Might have to configure the controls again. Yeah, okay, this will just take a small moment. If we do a soft reset, that should do the trick. Yeah. Now I'm just going to adjust the screen once more because it's a bit off kilter there. Bear with me. There we go. Right. Why is it not reading the disc? Oh, because the emulator's crashed. Right. That would explain it. Okay, give me a second. Going through it as quick as possible. Saying that the drive tray isn't open, which it isn't. It should now work. Right. There we go. What? Whoa, way too quick. Hold on your horses there. Okay. Right, well, it loaded. So we are going to play in joypad mode. Game mode arcade. Normal difficulty. Let's roll.
Come on, Sheriff. We're waiting for you. Sheriff, the bank has been robbed. The bank robbed.
The bank robbery.
Much easier to play. Oh shit. Much easier to play due to emulation issues on the arcade game. It may not look anywhere near as pretty as the arcade version did, but it plays great still. And I hit the broadside of a barn. Right. The Mega Drive version's not that far off, to be fair. Of course, it doesn't have the speech. It's got a smaller colour palette. But yeah, it's not bad. In my opinion, even though the Super Nintendo version's more colourful, the Mega CD and the Mega Drive version are the better way to play. And the PlayStation version, while it looks the part, it doesn't play right. So it's kind of ruined. Don't know why it never came out on the Saturn though. Would have been great with the Saturn light gun.
This is the sheriff. Take that, Armin. Take that, Armin. Take that, Armin.
Bollocks. This game makes me jumpy because you have so little time to actually react to the guys that the moment you see them you have to shoot. And I keep hitting the innocents because of that. Gatling gun. Tell you what, on the second playthrough we'll play the Mega Drive version rather than Mega CD, and you'll be able to see the differences. No stuttering.
You ain't gonna take me alive, Sheriff.
Ah! Fingers are locking up. Ah! The moment you miss one, it completely throws you off the rest of your game. One more. Come on. There we go. Woo. Yeah. You called me a what now? Oh, posse. Ah.
Stop that stage! Stage holder.
Oh, me and my innocent victims. This game's going to be over very quick, and then we'll be going to the Mega Drive version. You'll be able to see the differences. It's mostly audio, but there are a couple of visual things as well. Reload. Ah. Yeah, this is where it all starts ganging up on you a little bit. Okay, well that is the Mega CD version. Now let's switch directly over to the Mega Drive version. Should be kicking about here somewhere. Bear with me a second. Lethal, where are you? Lethal Enforcers 2. There we go. So this is now the Mega Drive version. Or it should be in a moment. Okay. So Mega Drive now.
The bank robbery.
Bank robbery.
You ain't gonna get Eat left. The sheriff.
Yep, that was the sheriff. That was an innocent victim.
Eat left. You ain't gonna get Eat left.
So the first thing you'll notice probably is that the audio, of course, is nowhere near as good. And neither are the kind of speech cues.
Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Eat lit. Ow. You ain't gonna. Eat lit. Ow. Baby, Sheriff. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. No. Eat lit. Ow. Eat lit. Ow. Double rig. No. Get back or I'll blow him away. Ow. Eat lit. Ow. You ain't gonna. Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Eat lit. Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Ow. Baby, Sheriff. Eat lit. Ow.
Ah.
Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff.
Damn it.
Eat lit.
This game gets me like no others with the innocence. You have so little time to think about it.
You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Ow. Eat lit. Ow. Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Eat lit. Gatling gun. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Eat lit. Ow. Eat lit. Ow. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Ow. Ow. Eat lit. Ow. Eat lit. Get back or I'll blow him away. You ain't gonna get me, Sheriff. Ow. You ain't gonna take me alive.
Whew. I'm getting carpal tunnel in my old age. I can't shoot anywhere near as quick as I used to. Or for as long. Mind you, it is kind of 3 AM in the morning, so that would explain a bit of the delay. Go into claw formation now, kind of like this. Ah. Yeah, I mean the Mega Drive's a good version. The Mega CD version's got the atmosphere though, and slightly better colour palette in some places. But to be honest, if you haven't got a Mega CD, you wouldn't notice the differences. You're not missing anything substantial on the Mega Drive release. It's just the Mega CD one's a little prettier, you know? He's calling me a posse again. there's less likelihood of me shooting you if you don't stick your frickin' head out the window and start waving your arms like a maniac, silly woman. Just stay put, get your head down and hope for the best. I don't know if it's my imagination or not, but there seems to be less enemies on screen with the Mega Drive version compared to the Mega CD. The Mega CD appeared like there was more going on at once. Right, that might just be me. Perhaps I'm imagining things, but... How come the cowboys being heard when it's the Indians on screen? I doubt you'd hear an Indian saying, "You're never gonna get me, Sheriff!" Oh look, it's Donkey Kong. Come on. Going down. Ah, if only bosses didn't stop to glow. They would kill the protagonists much more. Ah. Nearly there. Kablooey. Oh, he's flying! I don't know what kind of shit he's smoking, but I want some.
Bonus stage.
Oh, God. Yeah, my fingers are well and truly locked up now. RC. Saloon Showdown. No, you're not the sheriff anymore. I'm the sheriff now. I'm the bartender. I'm the lady with the ill-fitting brassiere. I'm taking all them roles.
ain't gonna get me. Get back or I'll blow away. No! You ain't gonna get me. Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna get me. Get back or I'll blow away. Ow! You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint. Get back or I'll blow away. Eat lint. You ain't gonna get me. Ow! Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint.
I am you.
Get back or I'll blow away. Ow! You ain't gonna get me.
Last credit.
You ain't gonna get me.
Man, I lost that as quick as I got it.
Ow! Get back or I'll blow away. Ow! You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint. You ain't gonna get me.
Yeah.
Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint. Ow! Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint. Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna get me. Ow! Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint. Ow! Get back or I'll blow away. You ain't gonna
Ah, he's a double one.
get back or I'll blow away.
Moving on.
You ain't gonna get me. Eat lint. Ow! Eat lint. Ow! Get back or I'll... Eat lint. Get back or I'll blow away. Gatling gun. You ain't gonna get me. Get back or I'll blow away.
Damn. So that was Lethal Enforcers for the Mega Drive. Now there is one other cowboy game that I really want to play. I'm going to sign off with this one. This is going to be the last game of the night. Because it is past 3 o'clock in the morning here. And I need my bed. But if you're doing cowboys, you got to do one of my favourite games ever of all time. It's a Master System game. It's devilishly simple. It's supremely addictive. It's Bank Panic. Just gonna set up my controls for this. Okay. We're just gonna have a super quick game of this. I used to play this so much. It is, of course, on my top Master System games list. Love it. Something so simple, yet so addictive. Just go through the doors, shoot the bad guys, protect the innocents, uphold the law. And shoot them fair. You can't just take them out the moment you see them, you gotta wait till they draw. When you've got money and every door in the bank, then you move on. Until then, you defend. So I need it on the door number 2. There we go, that's the end of the level. No, it's not. Because somebody tried to steal the money from door number 2. I was a bit too quick on the draw. There we go. Easy when you know how. Starts off so simple, gets so hard later on. Three choices, three doors, three possible outcomes all at once. You also have things like bombs that you have to defuse and all kinds of stuff later on. Defending my property. Bit too early. So we've got two doors awaiting my attention. And I shot the wrong one. Split second lapse of concentration ruins the whole thing. You've got to be on point. And with it being 3 o'clock, I am not on point. But I am done with the level. Yeah. Okay. Round 3. We'll slide up to doors 3, 4, 5. I was a little slow on the uptake there, I could have died. That's more like it. Bit too early on the middle door. Right on time for the left. Oh, maximum force. Oh, man. What a cheese fest that game was. And Area 51. Oh. Yeah, they're funny games. They're not to be taken seriously, but they're a bit of cheesy fun. Ah, shit. Okay. Doors 3, 4, 5. Okay. little slow there. Better. Oh no, there's a bomb in one of the rooms. Room 10. Right, I gotta get to room 10. As it happens, I've got to get there anyway. It should be fine. Fairly shot in, but... Ah, too early. Okay, next level. Yeah. I wonder why they never really did another Maximum Force game. They did a remake of Area 51, of course, but Maximum Force left on the shelf. And Maximum Force was the better game of the two, for sure. Same engine, midway cheesiness, yeah. Okay. Oh, my finger is literally shimmering on the cusp of that bloody button. I am getting nervy. Shouldn't be nervy, I'm still in the early stages of the game. But... Next level, moving on out. Okay. I'm 5. Wow, 7 and 8 came right down. Okay. Oh, that was close. Nearly pressed the wrong button. Okay, we're moving, we're moving. All good. Need to get to that bomb. Here we go. Yes, next level. Easy. I love this game. Played it for hours. There was a ZX Spectrum conversion called West Bank as well, which was slightly different, but I played that for a long time as a kid as well. But Bank Panic itself, hours playing this. Good to see my muscle memory hasn't completely faded in my old age. The bomb's in number 9. Ah! Just one door left to guard, really. Here comes someone. Come on, give me the money. Alright. I'm gonna open these doors in the meantime. Next level. Okay, round 7. Wow, look at them rush down those doorways now. And the response time you've got to shoot these guys is now really, really small. You've got to be on point. I think you've got 1/10 of a second, that's it. Maybe not 1/10 then. Just over 1/10. Ooh, good job too, because that was rough. Yes. Okay. Now it starts getting hard. Look at them pile down that lane. Okay, just one more door. No, 2 more doors. So you have 1.5/10 of a second. 150 milliseconds to respond. Which is pretty damn tight. Oh, that was close. Come on, come on. Just need one more door. No! And that is game over, everybody. Game over, man. Game over. Well, that was Bank Panic. And this is me signing off. So I hope you enjoyed me on my stream. It's been 3 hours of fun. Some rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting, some random games, and some talk about the PlayStation Classic, Diablo, Entitled Players, and the Warcraft 3 remake. And a few bits here, there, and in between. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the journey. I hope you've had fun. And I hope to see you next time. Until then.